settling. The second night, it happened again. Same time, same rhythm. 3 knocks. On the third night, I opened the door. The hallway was empty. That's when I noticed the note on the floor. It was written in shaky handwriting. "Do not open the door again." The knocking continued every night after that, always at 3:17 a.m. I stopped sleeping. One night, the knocking didn't come. I felt relief until I heard breathing instead from inside my room, behind me. The house was cheaper than it should have been. That should have bothered me more than it did. 3 bedrooms, old neighborhood, no visible damage, no strange smells, just quiet. The kind of quiet you don't notice until it's gone. I moved in alone. No pets, no roommates, no reason for anyone to be walking around at night. The first knock happened 3 weeks after I moved in. I was asleep when it woke me. Not abruptly, not violently, just enough to pull me out of a dream. 3 soft knocks, measured, evenly spaced. I stared at the ceiling, disoriented, waiting for another sound. Nothing. I checked the time. 3:17 a.m. I told myself it was the house settling. Old wood expands, pipes knock, brains invent patterns when they're half asleep. I rolled over and went back to sleep. The second night, it happened again. Same knock, same rhythm, same time. 3:17 a.m. I sat up in bed this time, held my breath, waited. The hallway outside my room was dark. No footsteps, no voices, just silence. That morning, I checked the front door. Locked. Windows secure. Nothing missing. By the 4th night, I was awake before it happened. I watched the clock. 3:16. 3:17. Knock, knock, knock. My heart pounded so hard, I thought it might give me away. I didn't move, didn't speak, didn't breathe. When it stopped, I didn't sleep again until sunrise. On the 5th night, I opened the door. I don't know why. Curiosity, anger, the desperate need to see something instead of imagining everything. The hallway was empty. Lights off, carpet undisturbed. But there was something on the floor, a piece of folded paper. I picked it up. My name was written on the front. Inside, in shaky handwriting, were 6 words. "Do not open the door again." The knocking continued. Every night, 3:17 a.m. Never louder, never faster. Always patient, always polite. I stopped answering the door, stopped sleeping in my bedroom, moved to the couch. The knocks followed. Same door, same time. I started sleeping during the day, drinking too much coffee, losing track of time. The house felt different now, smaller, closer, like it was leaning inward. One night, I heard something new, not knocking, scratching, slow, careful, like fingernails testing the wood. I covered my ears. The scratching stopped. Then came the whisper, so quiet I almost missed it. "I know you're awake." I didn't sleep at all after that. The next night, the knocking didn't come. 3:17 a.m. passed in silence. I felt relief so strong it made me dizzy. Then I heard breathing inside my room, behind me.
My baby monitor recorded someone standing over the crib. We didn't own a baby monitor. My wife was only 6 months pregnant, so when I heard breathing coming from the nursery at 2:18 a.m., I knew something was wrong. I checked the room. Empty. No crib. No monitor. But the sound kept playing. I followed it to my phone. There was a new app installed, a live video feed. The camera angle looked down at a crib that didn't exist yet, and someone was standing over it. Tall, too thin, face blurred like it didn't belong in the image. Then it spoke, softly, calling our unborn child by name, a name we hadn't told anyone. The screen glitched, and the figure slowly turned its head toward the camera, toward me. The whisper changed. You weren't supposed to see this yet.
My job is to delete CCTV footage the police aren't allowed to see. Don't work for the police. That's important. People assume I do when I describe my job, but I don't correct them anymore. It's easier that way. The truth is harder to explain. I work for a private compliance contractor that specializes in data sanitation. That's the phrase they use. Data sanitation. What it really means is this. When footage exists that legally cannot be acknowledged, it comes to us. We don't edit it. We don't blur faces. We erase it. The office is underground. No windows, no clocks, no personal devices allowed past the front desk. Every employee signs the same agreement. You will not discuss what you see. You will not save copies. You will not ask where the footage came from. Violations aren't punished. They're handled. Most of the footage is mundane. Accidents that don't line up with official timelines. Crimes involving people who no longer exist on paper. Cameras that captured something before the system decided it didn't happen. You watch, you log, you delete. That's it. Until you get a red tag. Red tagged files come with no metadata, no location, no timestamp, no explanation. You don't scrub them. You watch them once, then you delete them completely. No rewinding, no pausing, no second chances. The first red tagged file I ever received was from a subway platform. The footage showed a man standing near the edge of the platform. Still. Too still. People walked around him. Trains came and went. 6 hours passed. The man didn't move, didn't blink, didn't shift his weight. At first, I assumed the footage was frozen. Then someone brushed past him. He swayed slightly. At 2:26 a.m., the man slowly turned his head and looked directly into the camera. Not past it, not near it, at it. Then he smiled. The file ended. I sat there for a long time before deleting it. That night, I dreamed of platforms with no trains. After that, the red tags came more often. A hospital hallway where reflections moved independently. A school security camera that showed students entering rooms that didn't exist. An elevator feed where the doors closed on people and opened empty. No blood, no violence, just absence, just wrongness. The first time I recognized something personal, I nearly quit. The footage was from an office building, my office building. The camera angle was from outside, across the street, at night. I watched myself sitting at my desk, watching footage. The timestamp said the file was recorded tomorrow. I logged it. My hands were shaking. I deleted it. I told myself it was coincidence. That was a lie. Things started happening at work. Screens waking up on their own. Files opening without being assigned. Red tags appearing in my queue without authorization. One file loaded without my input. The feed showed my workstation. From behind, I was sitting there, but the figure standing behind me wasn't me. I reported it. Compliance told me to log off and wait. I waited 6 hours in a white room with no furniture. No one came. When I returned to my desk, there was a printed notice waiting. You have been observed, observing. Below it, a new instruction. Stop recognizing patterns. I tried to quit. My badge stopped working. My phone stopped receiving calls. My apartment key no longer fit the lock. The system had decided I still belonged to it. The final file came last week. No red tag, no warning. It opened automatically. The footage showed my bedroom at night. The camera angle was wrong. Too low, too close. Something was standing beside my bed, watching me sleep. The timestamp read, "Live." I'm writing this from a public terminal. I don't know how long I have before it's deleted, because now I understand the truth. The footage isn't hidden to protect the public. It's hidden because whatever's on those tapes can see us through them. And once you watch long enough, it notices. I found a YouTube channel that uploads my life one day early. I noticed the channel by accident. It appeared in my recommended feed at 11:53 p.m. The thumbnail stopped me cold. It was my bedroom. The title read, "Tomorrow, 8:14 a.m." I clicked it. The video showed me sleeping. Same angle as my ceiling fan, same pile of clothes on the chair, same crack in the wall above my door. I checked my room. Everything matched. The upload date said 12 hours from now. The next morning, at exactly 8:14 a.m., I woke up to my alarm. Video ended. A new one went live. Tomorrow, 6:32 p.m. This one showed me arguing with my boss, word for word. Every upload was perfect. Private conversations, text messages, moments I never recorded. The comments were worse. Can't believe he doesn't see it yet. Poor guy. Next video is the last one. That night, a new video appeared. Tomorrow, 2:01 a.m. The thumbnail was my front door, wide open. I checked the comments. Someone had posted 3 words. "They're inside now." I answered a distress call from my own phone number. I've worked emergency dispatch for 7 years. I've heard screaming, begging, people dying on the line. Nothing prepared me for the call that came in at 1:42 a.m. because the caller ID showed my name and my phone number. I assumed it was a glitch until I answered. "911, what's your emergency?" What I heard on the other end made my blood turn cold. Heavy breathing, then crying, then a voice whispering my name, my voice. "Please," the caller said, "you have to listen to me." I asked for their location. The response came instantly, my home address. Then the voice said something that made my hands go numb. "It's standing behind you right now, isn't it?" I spun around. Nothing was there. The caller began to sob. "I tried to warn you last time. I didn't listen either." I asked what they meant. The voice screamed. The call ended. Minutes later, police reported a disturbance at my address. When I got home, my front door was wide open. My phone was on the floor, recording.
I took a night job that had rules. One rule appeared too late. I took the job because it paid too well for me to ask questions. Night security, 6 hours, triple the average wage. The building didn't have a name, no sign, no address I could find online. When I asked where it was, the man interviewing me just said, "You'll know when you see it." He was right. It sat at the far edge of town, concrete, windowless, and quiet in a way that made the air feel heavier around it. On my first night, they handed me a single sheet of paper. Not a contract, not instructions, just a title at the top. Rules for night staff. There were 4 of them. Rule 1, never enter the basement. Rule 2, if you hear footsteps behind you, do not turn around. Rule 3, if a voice calls your name, do not respond. Rule 4, if the cameras show you standing still while you know you're moving, run. I laughed a little and asked if this was a joke. No one laughed back. The man only said, "You'll be fine as long as you follow them." My shift started at midnight. For the first 2 hours, nothing happened. The cameras showed empty hallways, the lights hummed softly, the building felt abandoned. At 3:11 a.m., every monitor froze. All 12 screens showed the same image. Me, standing in the main hallway, facing the camera, not moving. I looked down at my hands.
They were shaking. I wasn't in the hallway. I was in the security room. Then I felt it, breathing, right behind my neck. Slow, wet, patient. I remembered Rule 2 and didn't turn around. My eyes burned as tears welled up, but I stared straight ahead. That's when I noticed something else. The paper on my desk had changed. A new line was written at the bottom, in dark ink that looked fresh. Rule 5, don't let it learn your face. The breathing stopped. The lights went out, and the security room door began to open.